My beloved child, I want you to pause right now, take a deep breath, and listen closely to what I am about to say. For in this very moment, as these words enter your heart, my love is actively moving toward you to break every single chain that has held you captive. I receive your freedom. I am here to destroy every stronghold that has limited your freedom and dismantle every invisible barrier that has stood between you and the destiny I wrote for you before you were born. I need you to understand that the love I have for you is not a passive emotion, nor is it a distant thought. It is a living, breathing, powerful force that moves mountains, changes impossible circumstances, transforms hardened hearts, and obliterates the chains that have bound you for far too long. You have been carrying burdens on your shoulders that were never meant to be yours to bear, wearing heavy chains of obligation and pain that I never designed for your life, and accepting limitations that directly contradict the magnificent promises I have spoken over your future. But right here, right now, I am declaring absolute freedom over every single area of your life where bondage has tried to take residence. Imagine my love like a consuming fire that burns away everything that does not belong in your story, or like a cleansing flood that washes away every trace of the enemy's interference, or like a mighty rushing wind that blows away every obstacle that has been blocking your path. The chains that bind you are rarely just physical circumstances. They are often spiritual, emotional, mental, and psychological barriers that have whispered to you in the dark, convincing you that you are somehow less than the masterpiece I created you to be. Some of these chains were forged in the fires of your past mistakes, while others were placed upon you by the careless words of people who did not understand your true value. And still others were built by the heavy stones of disappointment that caused you to doubt my goodness. However, it does not matter how these chains were formed, nor does it matter how long they have been rusting around your heart. My love has the ultimate power to break every single one of them completely and permanently. I see the chain of fear that has wrapped itself like a vine around your dreams, whispering lies that you are not qualified, not worthy, and not capable of achieving the things I have placed in your heart. This heavy chain has made you hesitant when I created you to be bold, cautious when you should be confident, and withdrawn when you should be advancing into new territory. Fear, you have no hold on me. But my love is snapping this chain of fear right now, replacing it with a supernatural courage that will enable you to step into opportunities you never thought possible and pursue dreams you never imagined you could achieve. I also see the painful chain of rejection that has bound your heart, convincing you that you are not lovable, not acceptable, and not valuable to the people around you. This chain was forged by those who did not have the eyes to recognize your worth, by relationships that ended in heartbreak, and by circumstances that made you feel unwanted and unimportant. But my love is shattering this chain of rejection completely, healing every deep wound it created, and replacing those old lies with my absolute truth about who you are and how incredibly much you mean to me. I choose to be free from this pain. I see the dark chain of guilt that is wrapped tightly around your conscience, constantly replaying the tapes of past failures, past mistakes, and past decisions that you desperately wish you could change. This chain has tried to convince you that you are permanently disqualified from my blessings, forever marked by your history, and eternally separated from my best because of what you have done wrong. But my love is obliterating this chain of guilt entirely, washing away every stain, forgiving every failure, and declaring you clean, pure, and completely forgiven. I see the chain of disappointment that has bound your faith, making it difficult for you to believe that good things can actually happen to you, that prayers can truly be answered, and that situations can change for the better. This chain was forged by delayed answers, by hopes that seemed to wither on the vine, and by circumstances that did not work out as you expected. But my love is breaking this chain of disappointment forever, restoring your ability to hope, to believe with childlike faith, and to expect good things from my hand. I see the chain of inadequacy that has limited your confidence, convincing you that you are not smart enough, not talented enough, or not gifted enough to make a significant difference in this world. This chain has kept you sitting on the sidelines when you should be in the game, silent when you should be speaking, and hidden when you should be visible. But my love is destroying this chain of inadequacy completely, revealing the incredible potential I have placed within you, and empowering you to use your gifts with confidence and effectiveness. I see the cold chain of loneliness that has isolated your heart, making you feel disconnected from others, misunderstood by those around you, and forgotten by those who matter most. This chain has convinced you that you must walk through life alone, carry your heavy burdens by yourself, and face your challenges without support. But my love is shattering this chain of loneliness forever, surrounding you with people who will love you, support you, encourage you, and walk beside you through every season of life. I see the chain of poverty that has bound your mind, convincing you that lack is your permanent reality, that struggle is your destined experience, and that abundance is reserved for others but never for you. This chain has limited your vision, restricted your expectations, and caused you to settle for far less than the rich inheritance I have prepared for you. But my love is breaking this chain of poverty completely, opening your eyes to see the abundance I have available for you, and positioning you to receive blessings that will exceed your current ability to imagine. I see the chain of sickness that has attacked your body, weakening your strength, limiting your energy, and causing you to question whether healing is even possible for your situation. This chain has convinced you that illness is stronger than my power, that your condition is more permanent than my promises, and that your diagnosis is more final than my ability to heal. But my love is obliterating this chain of sickness entirely, releasing healing power into every cell of your body and restoring you to the health and vitality I originally designed for you. I see the chain of addiction that has enslaved your will, creating dependencies that seem impossible to break, habits that appear too strong to overcome, and compulsions that feel more powerful than your desire for freedom. This chain has convinced you that you are weak, that you have no self-control, and that you are destined to remain in bondage to substances, behaviors, or patterns that are destroying your life. If addiction or a destructive habit is pressing on you, whisper this now: I take back my life. But my love is shattering this chain of addiction completely, giving you supernatural power to overcome every dependency and live in the freedom I have purchased for you. I see the chain of unforgiveness that has bound your heart to past hurts, keeping you connected to people who wounded you, to situations that damaged you, and to experiences that broke your trust in humanity. This chain has poisoned your present with bitterness from your past, robbed your joy with resentment from yesterday, and limited your future with anger from previous seasons. But my love is breaking this chain of unforgiveness forever, peeling it away from your heart, releasing your spirit, and setting you free to love again, trust again, and hope again. The process of breaking these chains is not just about removing what is wrong. It is about replacing what was broken with something beautiful, something powerful, something that aligns with my perfect will for your life. Where there was fear, I am establishing courage. Where there was rejection, I am planting deep acceptance. Where there was guilt, I am depositing peace. Where there was disappointment, I am cultivating fresh hope. Where there was inadequacy, I am building unshakable confidence. Where there was loneliness, I am creating meaningful connection. Where there was poverty, I am generating abundance. Where there was sickness, I am producing health. Where there was addiction, I am providing absolute freedom. Where there was unforgiveness, I am growing unconditional love. This transformation is not temporary, it is permanent. This freedom is not conditional, it is guaranteed by my faithfulness. This breakthrough is not dependent on your performance, it is based entirely on my grace and my love for you. The chains that are breaking in your life right now will never have the power to bind you again, because my love has rendered them powerless. My truth has exposed their lies, and my spirit has given you the strength to live in the liberty I have provided. But I want you to understand that this process requires your cooperation. While my love provides the power to break every chain, you must choose to walk in the freedom I am giving you. You must decide to believe my truth instead of the lies the enemy has been speaking to you in the quiet moments. You must determine to live according to my promises rather than your past experiences. You must commit to thinking thoughts that align with my word rather than thoughts that reinforce old patterns. Freedom is not just the absence of chains. It is the presence of purpose. Liberation is not just being released from what held you back, it is being empowered to move forward into what I have prepared for you. Breaking chains is not the end goal. It is merely the beginning of a new chapter in your life, where you discover what it means to live in the fullness of my love, the power of my grace, and the abundance of my blessings. As each chain breaks, you will feel lighter, stronger, more confident, and more hopeful. You will begin to see possibilities where you once saw obstacles, opportunities where you once saw limitations, and breakthroughs where you once saw barriers. Your perspective will shift from what you cannot do to what I can do through you. From what you do not have to what I can provide for you, and from what has been holding you back to what will propel you forward. The enemy is angry about what I am doing in your life, because he knows that when you are truly free, you become dangerous to his kingdom. When the chains of fear are broken, you will walk boldly into territories he wants to keep you away from. When the chains of rejection are destroyed, you will love powerfully in ways that demonstrate my heart to others. When the chains of guilt are shattered, you will live confidently in the righteousness I have given you. When the chains of disappointment are obliterated, you will believe expectantly for miracles that will glorify my name. He will try to convince you that the chains are still there, that nothing has really changed, Kroa, and that you are still bound by the same limitations that have always held you captive. He will use circumstances, people, and memories to try to make you believe that your freedom is not real, not permanent, or not complete. But I am telling you right now that when my love breaks a chain, it is broken forever. When I declare you free, you are free indeed. When I release you from bondage, no power in hell can put you back in prison. You must learn to live from your freedom, not for your freedom. You must operate from the reality of what I have done, not from the memory of what you used to be bound by. You must speak from the truth of who you are in me, not from the lies about who the enemy says you are. You must act from the confidence of my love for you, not from the insecurity of past rejections. This is your season of liberation, your time of breakthrough, your moment of deliverance. Everything that has been holding you back is losing its power over your life. Every limitation that has been restricting your progress is being removed permanently. Every obstacle that has been blocking your path is being cleared away completely. You are entering a new dimension of living where freedom is your reality, purpose is your motivation, and my love is your foundation. I want you to feel the power of my love flowing through every part of your being right now. Feel it in your spirit, as chains of spiritual bondage are broken and you are set free to worship me in truth and to walk in intimate relationship with me. Feel it in your mind as chains of mental torment are shattered and you are released to think thoughts that are pure, noble, excellent, and praiseworthy. Feel it in your emotions as chains of emotional trauma are destroyed and you are healed to feel joy, peace, love, and hope in their fullness. Feel my love in your body as chains of physical limitation are broken, and health, strength, energy, and vitality are restored to you. Feel it in your relationships as chains of relational dysfunction are obliterated, and you are empowered to love others as I have loved you. Feel it in your finances as chains of economic bondage are shattered, and you are positioned to receive the abundance I have prepared for you. Feel it in your calling as chains of purposelessness are destroyed, and you are launched into the destiny I designed specifically for you. The transformation that is happening in your life right now is not just for your benefit, although I do want you to be blessed, healed, free, and fulfilled. This breakthrough is also for the benefit of everyone whose life you will touch as a result of your freedom. Your liberation will become an inspiration to others who are still bound. Your healing will become hope for others who are still hurting. Your breakthrough will become belief for others who are still battling. Your testimony will become truth for others who are still trapped. When people see what my love has done in your life, when they witness the chains that have been broken, and when they observe the transformation that has taken place, they will be encouraged to believe that the same God who set you free can set them free as well. Choose one person right now to share this message with. Say their name and make a plan to reach out. Your freedom will become a weapon against the enemy's lies that tell people they can never be delivered. Your testimony will become a tool in my hands to bring others into the liberty I have purchased for them. But remember that your freedom comes with responsibility. As I have freely loved you, you must freely love others. As I have freely forgiven you, you must freely forgive others. As I have freely accepted you, you must freely accept others. As I have freely blessed you, you must freely bless others. The love that has broken your chains must flow through you to break chains in the lives of others. You are not just the recipient of my chain-breaking love. You are also the carrier of that love to people who desperately need to experience the same freedom you are receiving. You are not just enjoying the benefits of liberation. You are also responsible for sharing the message of liberation with others. You are not just celebrating your breakthrough. You are also called to help others achieve their breakthrough. This is what it means to be truly free. Freedom is not just the ability to do whatever you want. It is the empowerment to do what I have called you to do. Liberty is not just being released from what held you back. It is being equipped to help others be released as well. Deliverance is not just personal blessing. It is preparation for ministry to others who need the same deliverance. As you walk in this new freedom, you will discover abilities you never knew you had, strengths you never realized you possessed, and gifts you never understood you carried. The chains that were binding these gifts are now broken, and you will begin to operate in dimensions of anointing, authority, and effectiveness that will surprise even you. What you accomplish in your freedom will far exceed anything you ever achieved while bound by chains. Your relationships will improve dramatically because you will no longer be relating to others from brokenness, neediness, or dysfunction. You will love from wholeness, give from abundance, and serve from strength. People will be drawn to the freedom they see in you, the peace they sense around you, and the joy they experience when they are with you. Your very presence will become a blessing to others because you carry the fragrance of freedom wherever you go. Your work will become more than a job. It will become a platform for impact. Your career will align with your calling as the chains that have been keeping you in the wrong places are broken and doors open to the right opportunities. You will find fulfillment in what you do because you will be operating in your sweet spot, using your gifts in ways that bring glory to my name and blessing to others. Your finances will be transformed as chains of lack, limitation, and poverty are broken, and streams of provision begin to flow into your life. You will learn to be a wise steward of the resources I give you, using your wealth not just for your own comfort, but for the advancement of my kingdom and the blessing of those in need. Financial freedom will enable you to give generously, invest wisely, and live abundantly. Your health will be restored and maintained as chains of sickness, disease, and infirmity are broken, and healing power flows through every part of your body. You will have energy to pursue your dreams, strength to fulfill your calling, and vitality to enjoy the life I have given you. Your body will become a temple that honors me and serves the purposes I have designed for you. Your family will be blessed as chains of generational bondage are broken and a new legacy begins with you. The patterns of dysfunction, addiction, poverty, and failure that may have characterized your family line are being replaced with patterns of blessing, health, prosperity, and success. Your children and their children will benefit from the freedom you are walking in today. Your future is bright because the chains that would have limited it are now broken. Dreams that seemed impossible are becoming possible. Goals that appeared unreachable are becoming attainable. Visions that looked unrealistic are becoming achievable. The path ahead of you is clear because the obstacles that would have blocked it have been removed. This is not just the beginning of better days. This is the beginning of the best days of your life. What you experience from this point forward will surpass anything you have known before. The joy will be greater, the peace will be deeper, the love will be richer, and the success will be more fulfilling. You are entering into the abundance that I have always intended for your life. But understand that this transformation will not happen overnight. Even though some changes will be immediate, breaking chains is the first step, while learning to live in freedom is a process that requires patience, persistence, and practice. You must daily choose to think, speak, and act from your new reality rather than your old bondage. You must consistently apply my truth to situations where you once operated from fear, rejection, guilt, or other forms of bondage. There will be moments when the enemy tries to convince you that the old chains are still there, that nothing has really changed, and that you are still the same person with the same limitations. In those moments, you must remember what I have done, declare what I have spoken, and stand firm in the freedom I have given you. You must resist every attempt to put back on what I have taken off, to accept what I have rejected, and to believe lies when I have given you truth. Your freedom is not based on your feelings, but on my faithfulness. Your liberation is not dependent on your circumstances, but on my promises. Your deliverance is not contingent on your performance, but on my love. When you feel like you are still bound, remember that feelings lie, but my word is truth. When circumstances suggest you are still limited, remember that circumstances change, but my promises endure forever. Walk confidently in your freedom, speak boldly from your liberation, and live joyfully in your deliverance. You are no longer the person you used to be. You are no longer bound by the limitations that once defined you. You are no longer restricted by the fears that once paralyzed you. You are a new creation born into liberty, walking in power, living in love. The chains that bound you yesterday have no authority over you today. The limitations that restricted you in the past have no power over your future. The fears that paralyzed you before cannot touch you now. You are free, truly free, permanently free, completely free. My love has broken every chain, and what I have broken cannot be repaired by the enemy. Stand up in your freedom and declare to every force that would try to bind you again that you belong to me, that you are loved by me, that you are protected by me, and that you are empowered by me. Let them know that any attempt to put chains back on you will be met with the full force of my power, the complete authority of my name, and the overwhelming strength of my love. You are not just surviving, you are thriving. You are not just enduring, you are overcoming. You are not just hoping for freedom, you are living in freedom. You are not just dreaming of better days, you are experiencing better days. You are not just believing for breakthrough, you are walking in breakthrough. This is your moment. This is your season. This is your time. The love that has been pursuing you, preparing you, and positioning you is now breaking every chain that has held you back. Receive this freedom with gratitude. Embrace this liberty with joy. Walk in this deliverance with confidence. Your chains are broken. Your freedom is real. Your future is bright. My love for you is stronger than every chain that has ever bound you, more powerful than every stronghold that has ever limited you, and more enduring than every obstacle that has ever stood in your way. This love will continue to work in your life, continue to break down barriers, continue to open doors, and continue to make ways where there seem to be no ways. You are beloved, you are treasured, You are precious to me. Your freedom matters to me. Your happiness concerns me. Your success delights me. I am not finished with what I am doing in your life. What you see today is only the beginning of what I have planned for you. The chains that are breaking now are just the first of many bondages I will destroy. The freedom you are experiencing today is just a taste of the liberty I will continue to release. Trust the process, embrace the journey, and enjoy the transformation. Your life is changing. Your story is being rewritten. Your destiny is being fulfilled. The love that is breaking your chains will never stop working, never stop healing, never stop blessing, and never stop transforming your life into something beautiful, something powerful, something that brings glory to my name and joy to your heart. You are free, my child. You are loved, my precious one. You are valued, my treasured possession. Walk in the reality of who you are in me. Live in the truth of what I have done for you. Operate in the authority I have given you. Your chains are broken. Your freedom is secure. Your future is guaranteed. Nothing will ever be able to separate you from my love again. Amen. Now, let me tell you about the specific ways my chain-breaking love will manifest in your daily experience. When you wake up each day, instead of feeling the weight of yesterday's burdens, you will feel the lightness of freedom. Instead of dreading what the day might bring, you will anticipate what good things I have prepared for you. Instead of carrying anxiety about problems you cannot solve, you will rest in the confidence that I am working everything out for your good. The chain of worry that has kept your mind spinning with anxious thoughts, creating scenarios of disaster, magnifying problems beyond their actual size, and robbing you of peace is being shattered by my love right now. Worry has convinced you that you must figure everything out, control every outcome, and prepare for every possible negative scenario. But my love is replacing this pattern of worry with supernatural peace that guards your heart and mind with confident trust that I am in control of every detail, and with joyful expectation that I am working all things together for your benefit. The chain of insecurity that has made you question your worth, doubt your abilities, and compare yourself unfavorably to others is being obliterated by my love at this very moment. Insecurity has whispered lies that you are not enough, that others are better than you, that you do not deserve good things. But my love is establishing deep security in your identity as my beloved child, unshakable confidence in the gifts and abilities I have placed within you, and peaceful assurance that you are exactly who I created you to be for such a time as this. The chain of bitterness that has poisoned your heart with resentment toward those who hurt you, anger toward circumstances that disappointed you, and cynicism toward life in general, is being destroyed by my love completely. Bitterness has convinced you that you have the right to hold on to hurt, that forgiveness means letting people get away with wrong, and that protecting yourself requires building walls around your heart. But my love is filling your heart with compassion that sees beyond people's actions to their brokenness, with forgiveness that releases you from the prison of resentment, and with love that tears down walls and builds bridges instead. The chain of perfectionism that has driven you to impossible standards, made you afraid of making mistakes, and convinced you that your value depends on your performance is being shattered by my love right now. Perfectionism has told you that anything less than flawless is failure, that mistakes are evidence of inadequacy, and that you must earn love through achievement. But my love is teaching you that you are already perfectly loved exactly as you are, that mistakes are opportunities for growth and grace, and that your worth is based on what I have done for you, not what you do for me. The chain of control that has exhausted you with trying to manage every detail, manipulate every outcome, and maintain every relationship is being broken by my love forever. The need to control has convinced you that if you do not manage everything, disaster will result. That if you do not force things to work, they will fall apart, and that if you do not maintain relationships through performance, you will be abandoned. But my love is teaching you to rest in my sovereignty, to trust my timing, and to enjoy the peace that comes from surrendering control to the one who truly has everything under control. The chain of performance that has kept you on a treadmill of trying to earn approval, working to maintain relationships, and striving to prove your worth is being obliterated by my love completely. Performance-based living has convinced you that you must constantly do more, be more, and achieve more to be accepted and loved. But my love is revealing that you are already completely accepted, thoroughly loved, and perfectly valuable simply because you are mine, and nothing you do or fail to do can change that reality. The chain of comparison that has stolen your joy by making you measure your life against others, your success against their achievements, and your blessings against their advantages is being destroyed by my love right now. Comparison has robbed you of contentment, created envy in your heart, and made you dissatisfied with the good things I have given you. But my love is opening your eyes to see the unique blessings I have prepared specifically for you, the individual calling I have placed on your life, and the special purpose that only you can fulfill. The chain of shame that has convinced you that you are fundamentally flawed, permanently damaged, and unworthy of good things is being shattered by my love at this moment. Shame has whispered lies that you are different from everyone else in a bad way, that your past disqualifies your future, and that you must hide who you really are to be accepted. But my love is declaring that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, that your past has been redeemed and can be used for good, and that you are perfectly loved and accepted exactly as you are. The chain of hopelessness that has convinced you that things will never get better, that you are stuck in your current circumstances, and that change is impossible for someone like you, is being broken by my love forever. Hopelessness has painted your future in dark colors, made you believe that your best days are behind you, and convinced you that dreams are for other people. But my love is painting your future with bright possibilities, filling your heart with expectant hope, and revealing that your best days are still ahead of you. The chain of religious obligation that has turned your relationship with me into duty rather than delight, rules rather than relationship, and performance rather than passion is being obliterated by my love completely. Religious obligation has convinced you that you must earn my favor, that your standing with me depends on your behavior, and that I love you more when you are good and less when you struggle. But my love is revealing that my favor is a gift, that your standing with me is secure in Christ, and that nothing you do can make me love you more or less than I already do. The chain of people-pleasing that has exhausted you with trying to make everyone happy, saying yes when you want to say no, and compromising your values to avoid conflict is being destroyed by my love right now. People-pleasing has convinced you that your worth depends on others' approval, that saying no makes you selfish, and that conflict is always bad and must be avoided at all costs. But my love is teaching you that your worth comes from me alone, that healthy boundaries are essential for healthy relationships, and that sometimes conflict is necessary for growth and truth. The chain of victim mentality that has convinced you that you are powerless to change your circumstances, that life happens to you rather than through you, and that you have no choice but to accept whatever comes your way is being shattered by my love forever. Victim mentality has robbed you of personal responsibility, made you reactive rather than proactive, and convinced you that you are at the mercy of circumstances and other people. But my love is empowering you to take responsibility for your responses, to be proactive in creating positive change, and to understand that while you cannot control everything that happens to you, you can control how you respond to what happens to you. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. The chain of scarcity that has convinced you that there is not enough love, blessing, opportunity, or success to go around is being broken by my love at this moment. Scarcity thinking has made you hoard rather than share, compete rather than celebrate, and fear rather than trust. But my love is revealing that I have unlimited resources, infinite blessings, and abundant provision for all my children. And that when you operate from abundance rather than scarcity, you become a conduit for blessing rather than a container that hoards. The chain of pride that has isolated you from others, prevented you from receiving help, and convinced you that asking for assistance is a sign of weakness, is being obliterated by my love completely. Pride has whispered that you must be self-sufficient, that needing others makes you inferior, and that vulnerability is dangerous and should be avoided. But my love is teaching you that interdependence is how I designed relationships to work, that asking for help is actually a sign of wisdom, and that vulnerability creates connection and intimacy. Each of these chains has had a voice in your life, speaking lies that have shaped your thoughts, influenced your decisions, and limited your potential. But my love has a louder voice, a truer voice, a more powerful voice that silences every lie and speaks truth that sets you free. As each chain breaks, you will hear my voice more clearly, understand my heart more deeply, and experience my love more fully. The breaking of these chains is not just about removing negative patterns. It is about establishing positive patterns that align with who I created you to be and what I have called you to do. Where worry once ruled, peace will reign. Where insecurity once dominated, confidence will flourish. Where bitterness once festered, love will flow. Where perfectionism once demanded, grace will abound. Where control once strangled, trust will breathe. Where performance once exhausted, rest will restore. Where comparison once tormented, contentment will satisfy. Where shame once condemned, acceptance will comfort. Where hopelessness once darkened, hope will illuminate. Where obligation once burdened, joy will liberate. This transformation is not something you must work to achieve. It is something you receive as a gift of my love. You do not earn freedom by trying harder. You embrace freedom by believing truth. You do not break chains through effort. You break chains through faith. You do not overcome bondage through willpower. You overcome bondage through my power, working in and through you. But this does require your participation. Freedom is a gift, but it must be received. Truth is available, but it must be believed. Power is offered, but it must be accessed. You must choose to think according to truth rather than lies, to speak words that align with my promises rather than your fears, and to act in ways that demonstrate faith rather than doubt. When the old thoughts come, and they will, you must immediately counter them with my truth. When the old feelings arise, and they will, you must not let them determine your choices. When the old patterns try to reassert themselves, and they will, you must resist them with the authority I have given you. This is not a one-time decision, but a daily choice to live from freedom rather than bondage. The enemy will not give up easily. He has invested too much in keeping you bound to simply accept your freedom without a fight. He will use every trick, every lie, and every temptation to try to get you to put the chains back on. He will remind you of past failures, present you with circumstances that seem to contradict your freedom, and offer you situations that appear to require the old coping mechanisms. When this happens, and it will, you must remember that greater is He who is in you than he who is in the world. You must stand firm in the freedom for which Christ has set you free. You must refuse to be entangled again in a yoke of bondage. You must declare the truth of who you are and what I have done for you. You must resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Your freedom is not just for you. It is for everyone whose life you will touch. When people see you walking in liberty, they will be inspired to believe for their own freedom. When they witness the peace you carry, they will desire the same peace. When they observe the joy you possess, they will want to discover the source of that joy. When they experience the love you express, they will be drawn to the love that transformed you. You become a living testimony to the power of my love to break chains. Your life becomes evidence that no one is too far gone, too broken, or too bound to be set free. Your story becomes hope for those who think their situation is hopeless. Your breakthrough becomes belief for those who think breakthrough is impossible. This is why the enemy fights so hard to keep you bound. He knows that your freedom threatens his kingdom. He understands that your liberation will inspire others to seek their own deliverance. He realizes that your testimony will destroy his lies in the minds of many who have believed them. He fears the ripple effect of your freedom because it will create waves of deliverance that will reach people you have never met in places you have never been. But his fear is well-founded, because that is exactly what I intend to do through your freedom. I am going to use your broken chains as weapons against his kingdom. I am going to use your testimony as truth that destroys his lies. I am going to use your freedom as a demonstration of what I can do for anyone who will trust in my love. As you walk in your freedom, you will begin to notice other people who are bound by the same chains that once held you captive. You will see the fear in their eyes that you once carried, the rejection in their posture that you once felt, and the guilt in their words that you once spoke. And when you see these things, you will feel my heart break for them, the same way it broke for you when you were bound. This is when you will understand that your freedom comes with a mission. You have been set free not just to enjoy liberty, but to help others find liberty. You have been healed not just to be whole, but to help others find wholeness. You have been delivered not just to be safe, but to help others find safety. You have been loved not just to feel loved, but to help others experience love. The love that broke your chains is the same love that wants to break chains in the lives of everyone around you. The power that set you free is the same power that wants to set others free. The truth that liberated you is the same truth that wants to liberate them. And I want to use you as a carrier of that love, that power, and that truth. This does not mean you become a preacher in the traditional sense, although some of you will. It does not mean you must start a ministry, although some of you will. It does not mean you need to go to seminary, although some of you will. What it means is that wherever you go, whatever you do, and whoever you encounter, you carry the fragrance of freedom, the aroma of love, and the essence of truth. People will be drawn to what they sense in you without understanding why. They will feel peace in your presence without knowing the source. They will experience hope through your words without recognizing what makes them so powerful. They will be touched by your love without comprehending what makes it so genuine. And when they ask what makes you different, you will have the opportunity to tell them about the love that broke your chains. Some will receive what you offer eagerly, hungry for the freedom they see in you. Others will resist, not ready to let go of familiar chains, even though they are painful. Still others will attack, threatened by the freedom you represent because it challenges the bondage they have accepted. But in every case, you will have planted seeds of truth, scattered fragments of hope, and demonstrated the reality of my love. Your freedom will not be perfect from day one. Like a muscle that has been bound, your soul will need time to regain its full strength. Like eyes that have been in darkness, your spirit will need time to adjust to the light. Like a bird that has been caged, your heart will need time to learn how to soar. But with each passing day, with each choice to live from truth rather than lies, and with each decision to walk in love rather than fear, you will grow stronger, clearer, and more free. There will be moments when you feel like the old person again, when the weight of former chains seems to return, and when the whispers of old lies seem louder than the voice of truth. In those moments, you must remember that feelings are not facts, that temporary setbacks are not permanent reversals, and that growing in freedom is a process, not a one-time event. You must be patient with yourself as you learn to live in liberty. You must be gracious with yourself when you stumble. As you learn to walk in freedom, you must be encouraging to yourself when doubts arise about whether your deliverance is real. You must remember that I am patient with your process, gracious with your struggles, and encouraging in your journey toward greater freedom. The chains that held you were not formed overnight, and learning to live without them will not happen overnight either. But every day brings greater freedom, deeper healing, stronger faith, and clearer understanding of who you are and what I have called you to do. Every day you become more of the person I designed you to be, and less of the person that circumstances, people, and the enemy tried to make you. Your identity is being restored to what it was always meant to be. You are not defined by the chains that once bound you, but by the love that set you free. You are not characterized by your past bondage, but by your present freedom. You are not limited by what once held you back, but empowered by what now propels you forward. You are my beloved child, chosen before the foundation of the world, predestined to be conformed to the image of my Son, and called according to my purpose. You are more than a conqueror through Christ who loves you. You are the head and not the tail, above and not beneath, blessed going in and blessed going out. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, created for good works that I prepared in advance for you to walk in. This is your true identity, and no chain can change it, no bondage can alter it, and no enemy can steal it. This is who you are in my eyes, and my perspective is the only one that matters. This is the truth that sets you free and keeps you free. This is the reality that empowers you to live in victory rather than bondage, in freedom rather than slavery, and in love rather than fear. As you embrace this truth more fully each day, as you allow it to penetrate deeper into your heart and mind, and as you let it reshape your thoughts, words, and actions, you will experience levels of freedom you never imagined possible. You will walk with a confidence you never knew you had. You will love with a purity you never thought you could achieve. You will serve with a power you never realized you possessed. The world will notice the difference, and they will want to know your secret. When they ask, you will be able to tell them that it is not a secret at all, but a truth available to everyone who will receive it. You will be able to share that the same love that broke your chains wants to break their chains. You will be able to declare that the same God who set you free wants to set them free. You will be able to proclaim that no chain is too strong for my love to break. This is your destiny, my child. This is your calling. This is your purpose, to live in freedom and help others find freedom. To walk in love and demonstrate love to others, to experience my power and become a conduit of that power to those who need it, to know my truth and share that truth with those who are still believing lies. The chains are breaking, the strongholds are falling, the prison doors are opening. You are being set free, not just for your own sake, but for the sake of everyone whose life you will touch with the love that has transformed you. Your freedom is just the beginning of what I want to do through your life, to bring freedom to others. Rise up in your liberty. Walk boldly in your deliverance. Live confidently in your freedom. The love that has broken your chains will never stop working, never stop healing, and never stop transforming your life and the lives of those around you. You are free, truly free, permanently free, and your freedom will be a blessing to many. My love for you is breaking every chain, removing every limitation, destroying every stronghold, and establishing you in the liberty for which Christ has set you free. Nothing will ever be able to separate you from this love. Nothing will ever be able to put you back in bondage. Nothing will ever be able to diminish the freedom you have received. You are loved with an everlasting love, freed with an eternal freedom, and empowered with unlimited power. Walk in the reality of what I have done. Live in the truth of who you are. Operate in the authority I have given you. Your chains are broken. Your freedom is secure. Your future is bright. The transformation is complete in the spiritual realm, and it is now manifesting in your natural circumstances. Everything is changing because my love has changed everything. You are not who you used to be. You are not bound by what once limited you. You are not defined by what once held you back. You are free, completely free, permanently free, gloriously free. Celebrate your freedom. Embrace your liberty. Enjoy your deliverance. Share your testimony. Spread the good news. Help others find the same freedom you have found. The love that broke your chains wants to break chains in the lives of everyone you meet. Let that love flow through you to reach others who desperately need to know that freedom is possible for them too. Your chains are broken. My beloved child, my love has set you free, and whom I have set free is free indeed. Walk in that freedom. Live in that liberty. Rest in that love. You are mine, and you are free. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Now let me speak to you about the practical ways your freedom will manifest in your everyday life. When you enter your workplace, instead of carrying the burden of insecurity and fear of rejection, you will walk with confidence knowing that you are loved, valued, and equipped for every task I have given you. Your coworkers will notice the difference in your demeanor, your attitude, and your approach to challenges. Where others see problems, you will see opportunities. Where others experience stress, you will maintain peace. Where others react in fear, you will respond in faith. The chain of workplace anxiety that has made you dread difficult conversations, avoid taking risks, and settle for positions beneath your calling is being broken by my love right now. This chain has convinced you that you are not capable of handling responsibility, that you are not qualified for promotion, and that you should stay safely in your comfort zone to avoid failure. But my love is revealing that I have equipped you with everything you need for success, that I have prepared you for greater responsibility, and that what looks like risk to you is actually faith to me. In your relationships, instead of constantly trying to earn love through performance, managing others' emotions, and walking on eggshells to avoid conflict, you will love from a place of security, knowing that your worth is not determined by others' responses. You will be able to speak truth in love, set healthy boundaries, and allow others to be responsible for their own choices and reactions, without feeling guilty or obligated to fix everything for everyone. The chain of codependency that has made you feel responsible for everyone else's happiness caused you to neglect your own needs while meeting others' needs, and convinced you that saying no is selfish is being shattered by my love completely. This chain has exhausted you with trying to be everything to everyone, robbed you of authentic relationships based on truth rather than manipulation, and prevented you from developing your own identity separate from your role as a caretaker. But my love is teaching you that healthy love requires healthy boundaries, that you cannot give what you do not have, and that taking care of yourself enables you to better care for others. In your finances, instead of living in constant fear about money, making decisions based on scarcity rather than wisdom, and allowing financial stress to dominate your thoughts and conversations, you will approach money with the confidence that I am your provider, that I have blessed you with abilities to create wealth, and that abundance is part of my plan for your life. You will make decisions based on faith rather than fear, generosity rather than greed, and stewardship rather than selfishness. The chain of financial fear that has kept you trapped in survival mode prevented you from taking wise risks that could improve your situation, and convinced you that money is evil or that wanting financial stability makes you greedy, is being destroyed by my love right now. This fear has limited your vision, restricted your possibilities, and caused you to settle for lack when I have provided abundance. But my love is opening your eyes to see the opportunities around you, giving you wisdom to steward resources well, and positioning you to be a blessing to others through your financial prosperity. In your health and wellness, instead of neglecting your body because you do not feel worthy of care, abusing your health through destructive habits born from emotional pain, and accepting sickness as normal rather than believing for healing, you will honor your body as my temple. Make choices that promote wellness and stand in faith for complete restoration in every area where there has been breakdown. The chain of self-destruction that has led you to harm your body through poor food choices, destructive habits, lack of exercise, and neglect of medical care is being obliterated by my love at this moment. This chain has convinced you that you do not deserve to be healthy, that taking care of yourself is vanity, and that your body is not important to me. But my love is revealing that your body is the temple of my Holy Spirit, that I care about every aspect of your well-being, and that taking care of your physical health honors me and enables you to fulfill your calling with energy and vitality. In your spiritual life, instead of relating to me through duty, fear, and obligation, trying to earn my favor through religious performance, and feeling distant from me when you make mistakes, you will enjoy intimate fellowship with me based on love, grace, and acceptance. You will pray as a child talks to a loving father, read my word as love letters from your bridegroom, and worship as a natural expression of gratitude rather than a religious requirement. The chain of religious performance that has made your relationship with me feel like work rather than rest, duty rather than delight, and obligation rather than opportunity is being broken by my love forever. This chain has robbed you of the joy of salvation, the peace of forgiveness, and the freedom of grace. It has convinced you that you must be perfect to approach me, that your sins are too great for my forgiveness, and that your struggles disqualify you from my love. But my love is revealing that you are perfectly loved in your imperfection, completely forgiven regardless of your failures, and fully accepted despite your struggles. In your parenting, instead of trying to be the perfect parent who never makes mistakes, controls every outcome, and creates perfect children, you will parent from a place of grace, wisdom, and trust in my ability to work in your children's hearts. You will model authenticity rather than perfection, teach grace rather than performance, and trust me with your children's futures rather than trying to control every detail of their lives. The chain of parenting perfectionism that has exhausted you with trying to be everything your children need, filled you with guilt when you make mistakes, and convinced you that your children's choices are a reflection of your worth as a parent, is being shattered by my love completely. This chain has robbed you of the joy of parenting, created anxiety about your children's futures, and put pressure on your children to be perfect to validate your parenting. But my love is teaching you that perfect parents do not exist, that your children need to see your humanity and humility, and that I love your children even more than you do, and can work in their hearts in ways you cannot. In your dreams and aspirations, instead of believing that your dreams are too big, too unrealistic, or too selfish, settling for mediocrity because it feels safer than risking failure, and giving up on visions that once excited you because they seem impossible, you will pursue the dreams I have placed in your heart with passion, persistence, and faith in my ability to make them reality. The chain of dream killing that has convinced you to settle for less than what I have planned, to choose safety over significance, and to let fear of failure prevent you from trying, is being destroyed by my love right now. This chain has robbed you of excitement about your future, caused you to waste the gifts and talents I have given you, and settled you into a life that is comfortable but not fulfilling. But my love is reigniting the dreams I placed in your heart, giving you courage to pursue them against all odds, and promising to provide everything you need to see them become reality. In your service to others, instead of serving from obligation, guilt, or the need to be needed, burning yourself out by saying yes to everything and feeling resentful when your service is not appreciated, you will serve from love, with boundaries and with joy, regardless of others' responses. You will give from abundance rather than emptiness, serve from strength rather than weakness, and minister from overflow rather than deficit. The chain of people-pleasing service that has made you unable to say no, taken advantage of your good heart, and convinced you that your worth comes from how much you do for others, is being obliterated by my love completely. This chain has exhausted your emotional, physical, and spiritual resources, created resentment in your heart toward those you serve, and prevented you from serving in the ways I have truly called and gifted you. But my love is teaching you that true service flows from love rather than obligation, that boundaries are essential for sustainable ministry, and that you cannot give what you do not have. Let me tell you about the generational impact of your freedom. The chains that have been broken in your life will not be passed on to your children. The patterns of dysfunction that may have characterized your family line for generations are ending with you. The cycle of abuse, addiction, poverty, depression, or whatever other bondages have afflicted your family tree stops here, because my love has invaded your bloodline and established a new legacy of freedom. Your children will grow up seeing freedom instead of bondage, health instead of dysfunction, abundance instead of lack, and faith instead of fear. They will not have to overcome the same chains that bound you because those chains no longer exist in your family line. They will start from a place of freedom rather than bondage, blessing rather than cursing, and hope rather than despair. But this does not mean they will never face challenges, or that they will automatically walk in everything you have gained. Each generation must choose to embrace the freedom that has been provided and resist the temptation to return to old patterns. You must model freedom for them, teach them truth, and help them recognize and resist any attempts by the enemy to reestablish bondage in their lives. Your spouse will also be affected by your freedom. As you stop trying to control them, change them, or get your needs met through them, they will experience a new level of acceptance and love. As you heal from your own wounds, you will stop projecting your pain onto them. As you walk in your own identity, you will stop trying to complete yourself through them. This will create space for your marriage to become what I designed it to be, a partnership between two whole people, rather than a desperate attempt by two broken people to become one functioning unit. The transformation of your marriage will not happen overnight, especially if your spouse has also been bound by chains that need to be broken. But as they see the freedom you are walking in, as they experience the love you are expressing, and as they witness the peace you are carrying, they will be inspired to seek their own freedom. Your liberated life will become an invitation for them to be liberated as well. Your extended family will notice the changes in you, though their responses will vary. Some will be inspired and will ask what has happened to bring about such positive change. Others will be threatened by your freedom because it challenges the family dynamics and dysfunction they have accepted as normal. Still others will try to pull you back into old patterns because your freedom makes them uncomfortable with their own bondage. You must be prepared for all of these responses and not allow anyone else's reaction to your freedom to cause you to doubt what I have done or to return to old patterns. Your freedom is not dependent on others' approval, understanding, or participation. You are free because I have set you free, and that freedom remains regardless of how others respond to it. In your community, you will become a beacon of hope for others who are struggling with the same chains that once bound you. Reading my word will also be essential for maintaining your freedom. My word is truth, and truth is what sets you free and keeps you free. As you regularly fill your mind with my promises, my character, and my ways, you build a reservoir of truth that automatically counters lies when they arise. My word becomes a sword that cuts through deception and a shield that protects you from the enemy's attacks. If you want these promises delivered to your heart every day, subscribe or follow now so you'll receive daily reminders of truth. Fellowship with other believers who are also walking in freedom will provide you with encouragement, accountability, and support as you continue to grow in liberty. Iron sharpens iron, and being around other free people helps you stay free. They can speak truth to you when you are tempted to believe lies, encourage you when you are discouraged, and celebrate with you as you continue to experience greater levels of freedom. But be careful not to spend too much time with people who are still bound by the chains you have been freed from, especially if they are not interested in their own freedom. While you are called to love everyone and help those who want help, you must protect your freedom by limiting your exposure to people whose bondage could influence you negatively. This is not being unloving. It is being wise. Want a small group that helps you stay free? Join our Freedom Fellowship. Sign up through the link in the description and find a group near you. Remember that your freedom has an enemy who wants to steal, kill, and destroy what I have done in your life. He will use every strategy available to try to get you to return to bondage. He will remind you of past failures, present you with current temptations, and paint frightening pictures of future possibilities. He will use people, circumstances, and even your own thoughts and emotions to try to convince you that your freedom is not real or not permanent. When these attacks come, and they will, you must immediately remember who you are, what I have done for you, and the authority I have given you. You must speak truth out loud, declare my promises over your life, and resist the devil with the confidence that he must flee from you. You must not entertain his lies, negotiate with his temptations, or fear his threats. Your freedom is not fragile, and you are not powerless. The same love that broke your chains protects your freedom. The same power that delivered you maintains your deliverance. The same truth that liberated you keeps you liberated. You are not at the mercy of the enemy's schemes or your own weaknesses. You are more than a conqueror through Christ who loves you. Right now, speak this with me out loud. I am free. I will not return to bondage. If you felt that shift, share this message with one person who needs to hear it. There will be seasons when your freedom is tested, when circumstances arise that tempt you to return to old patterns of thinking and behaving. These tests are not punishments or signs that something is wrong. They are opportunities to prove that your freedom is real and to strengthen your faith in the one who set you free. During these testing times, you must remember that my love for you does not change based on your circumstances, your performance, or your feelings. My love is constant, unchanging, and unconditional. The freedom I have given you is not dependent on your ability to maintain it perfectly. It is secured by my faithfulness, not your performance. When you stumble, and you will, do not condemn yourself or assume that you have lost your freedom. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Instead, quickly return to truth, receive my forgiveness, and continue walking in the liberty I have provided. Stumbling is part of the learning process, not evidence that your freedom is fake. When you face challenges that seem overwhelming, remember that I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. When you encounter situations that appear impossible, remember that I specialize in impossibilities. When you feel weak, remember that my strength is perfected in weakness. Your freedom is part of a larger story I am writing, not just in your life, but in the lives of everyone who will be touched by your liberation. The chains that have been broken in your life represent victory, not just for you, but for the kingdom of light over the kingdom of darkness. Your testimony becomes a weapon of warfare against the enemy's lies. Your freedom becomes evidence that he is defeated and that his hold over humanity has been broken. As you continue to walk in freedom, you will discover aspects of your identity and calling that were hidden while you were bound. Chains do not just restrict behavior, they hide potential. As the restrictions are removed, you will begin to see abilities you never knew you had, gifts you never realized you possessed, and purposes you never understood you were designed to fulfill. This process of discovery will be exciting but also overwhelming at times. You may feel like you do not know who you are anymore because you are no longer the person you were when you were bound. This is normal and healthy. You are in the process of becoming who I always intended you to be. Trust the process and enjoy the journey of discovery. If you'd like a simple worksheet to help you uncover the gifts and callings released in your freedom, download the free Discover Your Gifts Guide. Link in the description. Your preferences may change as you are freed from the need to please others or conform to others' expectations. You may discover that you like things you never thought you liked, or that you no longer enjoy things you once found appealing. You may find yourself drawn to different types of people, different activities, and different ways of spending your time. This is part of becoming authentic, rather than living according to others' expectations or your own fears. Your tolerance for dysfunction, drama, and toxicity will decrease significantly as you experience what healthy relationships and environments feel like. You will no longer be willing to accept treatment that dishonors your worth or to participate in dynamics that compromise your peace. This may require you to make difficult decisions about relationships, jobs, and activities that you once tolerated but can no longer accept. This process of purification is necessary for maintaining your freedom and continuing to grow in wholeness. It is not selfish to remove toxic influences from your life. It is wise. It is not unloving to refuse to participate in dysfunction. It is healthy. It is not wrong to prioritize your peace and well-being. It is necessary. As you become freer, you will also become more sensitive to my voice, more aware of my presence, and more responsive to my leading. The noise of bondage that once drowned out my whispers will be gone, creating space for intimate communication between us. You will begin to hear me in ways you never experienced while you were bound. This increased sensitivity to my voice will enable you to walk in divine guidance, make decisions with confidence, and avoid paths that would lead you away from my best for your life. You will no longer have to wonder what I want you to do, because you will know my voice and trust my leading. Your prayers will also become more effective as the barriers created by guilt, shame, and unbelief are removed. You will pray with the confidence of a beloved child approaching a loving father, rather than the fear of a servant approaching a harsh master. Your requests will be bold, because you know I want to bless you. Your worship will be authentic because you truly understand my goodness. The fruit of your freedom will be evident in every area of your life. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control will characterize your daily experience, rather than being occasional visitors to your life. These qualities are not something you try to produce. They are the natural result of a life that has been set free. This transformation will impact not only your personal life, but also your professional life, your ministry, and your influence in the world. People will want what you have, not because you try to convince them, but because the reality of your freedom is undeniable. Your life will become a magnet that draws others to the love that transformed you. The ultimate purpose of your freedom is not just your personal happiness, although I do want you to be happy. The ultimate purpose is that you would know me intimately, love me authentically, serve me joyfully, and represent me accurately to a world that desperately needs to see what I am really like. Your free life becomes a demonstration of my character, a revelation of my heart, and an invitation for others to experience the same love that transformed you. Through your freedom, others will finally see that I am good, that I love them, and that this same freedom is available to them as well. This is the ripple effect of broken chains. Your personal freedom creates waves of liberation that extend far beyond your own life. Generations will be blessed because of what I have done in you. Lives will be changed because of the love you now express. Hearts will be healed because of the freedom you demonstrate. You are not just the recipient of my chain-breaking love. You are the carrier of that love to a world that desperately needs it. You are not just enjoying the benefits of freedom. You are now responsible for helping others find the exit to their own prisons. You are not just celebrating your deliverance. You are called to be an agent of deliverance for others. If you'd like training on how to pray for and disciple others into freedom, sign up for our next Freedom Training cohort. Spots are limited, so enroll today. Please understand that this calling is not a burden, but a profound privilege. This responsibility is not heavy, it is light. This mission is not difficult, it is joyful when you understand that you are simply sharing what has been freely given to you. My love for you is breaking every chain destroying every stronghold, removing every barrier, and establishing you in a liberty that will never be taken away. You are free. You are completely free. You are permanently free. And this freedom will be a blessing not only to you, but to everyone whose life you touch. Walk in your freedom with confidence. Live in your liberty with joy. Rest in your deliverance with peace. The love that broke your chains will never stop working, never stop protecting, and never stop transforming your life and the lives of those around you. You are my beloved child, and you are free. Nothing will ever change that truth. Nothing will ever separate you from my love. Nothing will ever be able to put you back in bondage. You are free, and you are free indeed. You shall remain this way forever. The chains are broken. The prison doors are wide open. You are walking in a liberty that will never end. Celebrate your freedom today. Embrace your calling, and let my love flow through you to break chains in the lives of others who desperately need to know that freedom is possible for them too. My love for you is stronger than every chain, more powerful than every stronghold, and more enduring than every obstacle. This love has set you free, and this love will keep you free. Trust in this love, rest in this love, live from this love, and share this love with everyone who needs to know that chains can be broken and freedom can be found. You are loved. You are free. You are mine. Walk in that reality. Live in that truth. Operate in that power. Your freedom is real. Your future is bright. Your purpose is clear. The love that broke your chains will use your freedom to break chains in the lives of many others. This is your destiny. This is your calling. This is your joy. Amen. If this word blessed you, leave a brief testimony or the word free in the comments, or reply to this message. If you need prayer, request prayer now. We'll pray with you. And if you haven't already, subscribe to stay connected. Let me speak to you now about the deeper dimensions of freedom that go beyond just the breaking of individual chains. There is a realm of liberty that few have experienced because they stopped at personal freedom and did not advance into the fullness of what I have prepared. This is the freedom of complete surrender, where you are so free that you no longer need to protect yourself, prove yourself, or promote yourself because you are secure in my love and confident in my plan. This level of freedom allows you to love unconditionally because you are not dependent on others. Responses for your emotional stability. You can give without expecting anything in return because your cup is already full. You can serve without being depleted because you are drawing from my unlimited resources rather than your limited strength. You can face opposition without being defensive because your identity is settled in me rather than dependent on the approval of others. When you reach this depth of freedom, criticism cannot wound you because you know who you are in me. Rejection cannot devastate you because you are already completely accepted. Failure cannot define you because your worth is based on my love, not your performance. Success cannot corrupt you because you understand that every good gift comes from me. Praise cannot inflate your ego because you give me all the glory. Nothing can shake you because your foundation is built on the solid rock of my unchanging character. This is the freedom of the saints who have gone before you, who were able to rejoice in prison, sing in the flames, and love their enemies because they had discovered a liberty that transcends circumstances. They found a peace that passes understanding, a joy that is unspeakable, and a love that never fails because they had learned to live from heaven's perspective rather than earth's reality. You are being invited into this same dimension of freedom. It is not reserved for super spiritual people or perfect Christians. It is available to every child of mine who is willing to surrender completely to my love and trust entirely in my goodness. The key is not trying harder, but yielding deeper. Not striving more, but resting more. Not doing more, but being more of who I created you to be. This depth of freedom comes through understanding the complete work that was accomplished for you on the cross. Jesus did not just die to forgive your sins. He died to break every chain that would ever bind you. He did not just purchase your salvation. He secured your total liberation. He did not just give you eternal life. He gave you abundant life here and now. The cross was not just about getting you to heaven. It was about bringing heaven to you. When you fully comprehend what was accomplished for you through Christ's sacrifice, you realize that every chain that has ever bound humanity was broken on that cross. Fear was defeated, shame was destroyed, guilt was obliterated, rejection was overturned, every form of bondage was rendered powerless. The work is complete. The victory is won. The freedom is yours. Even walking. But many believers live as if the cross was only a down payment rather than the full purchase price. They live as if some chains are too strong for Christ's blood to break, as if some bondage is too deep for His love to reach, or as if some strongholds are too fortified for His power to destroy. This is why they experience limited freedom rather than total liberation. I want you to understand that there is no chain too strong for my love to break, no bondage too deep for my grace to reach, and no stronghold too fortified for my truth to destroy. The same power that raised Jesus from the dead is at work in you. That power is unlimited, unchanging, and unstoppable. Nothing is impossible when you understand the magnitude of what I have done for you. The chains that have bound your family for generations, the patterns of dysfunction that seem impossible to change, the addictions that appear too strong to overcome, the poverty that seems permanent, the sickness that looks incurable. All of these bow to the authority of my name and the power of my love. There is nothing in your life or in your history that is beyond my ability to redeem, restore, and transform. This is why I want you to stop limiting my power by your understanding, restricting my ability by your experience, or diminishing my love by your past. I am bigger than your biggest problem, stronger than your strongest chain, and more persistent than your most stubborn stronghold. What looks impossible to you is simply another opportunity for me to demonstrate that nothing is too hard for me. Your freedom is not just for this life. It has eternal dimensions that extend beyond your earthly existence. The chains that are broken in your life create ripples that affect eternity. The freedom you experience opens doors for others, not just on earth, but in heaven as well. Your liberation is part of a cosmic battle between light and darkness. Every chain that breaks is a victory for the kingdom of light. When you walk in freedom, you are demonstrating to principalities and powers in heavenly places that the enemy has been defeated and that his hold over humanity has been broken. Your liberated life becomes evidence that Christ's victory is real, complete, and available to all who believe. You become a living testimony to the reality of the kingdom of heaven and the power of the gospel. This is why your freedom matters so much to me. It is not just about your personal happiness or even your earthly success. It is about the glory of my name, the advancement of my kingdom, and the demonstration of my power to a watching world and a witnessing heaven. Your freedom is a declaration that I am who I say I am, and that I can do what I say I can do. The enemy fights so hard against your freedom because he knows the implications of your liberation extend far beyond your personal life. He understands that when you are truly free, you become dangerous to his kingdom. He realizes that your freedom will inspire others to seek their own liberation. He fears that your testimony will expose his lies and reveal his weakness. This is why he will continue to attack your freedom even after the chains are broken. He will use every strategy available to try to convince you to put the chains back on, to doubt the reality of your freedom, to settle for partial liberation rather than complete deliverance. He will use people, circumstances, thoughts, and emotions to try to lure you back into bondage. But you must understand that his attacks are evidence of your freedom, not proof that your freedom is fake. The fact that he continues to fight against your liberation confirms that it is real and threatens his agenda. If you were still bound, he would not need to work so hard to keep you that way. His desperation is actually confirmation that you are free. When these attacks come, and they will, you must respond not from fear, but from faith. Not from weakness, but from strength. Not from your own ability, but from my power within you. You must remember that you are not fighting for victory, but from victory. The battle has already been won. You are simply enforcing the victory that has already been secured. Your weapon in this battle is not effort, but truth. You overcome the enemy's attacks not by trying harder, but by believing deeper. You maintain your freedom not through willpower, but through my power. You stay liberated not by your strength, but by my grace. The victory is mine, and I share it with you freely. Let me tell you about the progressive nature of freedom. While the breaking of chains can happen in an instant through the power of my love, the experience of freedom grows and deepens over time as you learn to live in the reality of your liberation. It is like a flower that blooms slowly, revealing more beauty with each passing day, or like a river that starts as a trickle but grows into a mighty stream as it flows. Your initial experience of freedom may feel overwhelming as you adjust to life without the familiar constraints of bondage. You may feel uncertain about how to live without the chains you have known for so long. This is normal and expected. Freedom requires learning new ways of thinking, feeling, and behaving that are aligned with your liberated identity rather than your previous bondage. Be patient with yourself during this learning process. Give yourself grace when you stumble as you learn to walk in freedom. Be encouraging to yourself when old patterns try to reassert themselves. Remember that I am patient with your growth, gracious with your struggles, and encouraging in your journey toward greater liberty. As you grow in freedom, you will discover layers of liberation you never knew existed. You will experience dimensions of peace you never imagined possible. You will find yourself loving in ways you never thought you could. You will serve with joy rather than duty, give without expecting return, and forgive without keeping score. This progressive freedom will also reveal areas of your life that you did not even know were bound. Sometimes you cannot see certain chains until other chains are broken. Sometimes you do not realize you are in prison until you experience what liberty feels like. As you grow in freedom, I will gently reveal other areas that need my healing touch, but this will not be overwhelming. because you will have developed the faith and confidence to trust me with deeper levels of surrender. Each new level of freedom will prepare you for greater responsibility, deeper relationships, increased influence, and more significant impact. Freedom is not just the absence of chains, it is the presence of power. Liberation is not just being released from what held you back. It is being equipped for what I have called you to do. Deliverance is not just a personal blessing, it is preparation for ministry to others. As you experience greater freedom, you will also develop a deeper sensitivity to the bondage of others. You will begin to see the chains that bind people even when they cannot see them themselves. You will recognize the signs of spiritual, emotional, and mental bondage because you have experienced freedom from these same areas. You will have compassion for those who are still bound because you remember what it felt like to be enslaved. This sensitivity is not given to you so that you can judge or condemn others, but so that you can love them more effectively and minister to them more powerfully. When you see someone bound by fear, you will remember how my love broke the chain of fear in your life. When you encounter someone struggling with shame, you will recall how my grace freed you from shame's grip. Your own experience of freedom becomes a roadmap that you can use to help others find their way to liberty. Remember, however, that you cannot force freedom on anyone. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. You cannot break chains in someone else's life without their cooperation. You cannot liberate someone who wants to remain bound. Your role is to demonstrate freedom, share truth, express love, and point people to me, but you cannot make their choices for them. Some people are so accustomed to their chains that they feel more secure with them than without them. Some have been bound for so long that they cannot imagine what life would be like without their limitations. Others are afraid that freedom will require them to take responsibility for their choices and their future, and they prefer the safety of blaming their circumstances, their past, or other people for their problems. Do not be discouraged when people reject the freedom you offer or resist the truth you share. Your responsibility is to be faithful to love them and point them toward me, not to convince them to choose freedom. Some people will receive what you offer eagerly. Others will consider it carefully. Still others will reject it completely. In every case, you will have planted seeds that may bear fruit in a season you may never see. Your freedom also prepares you to be a spiritual parent to others who are just beginning their journey toward liberation. Just as physical parents help their children learn to walk, you will help spiritual children learn to walk in freedom. Just as parents protect their children from dangers they are not mature enough to handle, you will help protect new believers from spiritual dangers they are not yet equipped to face. This spiritual parenting is one of the most rewarding aspects of walking in freedom. There is great joy in seeing someone else experience their first taste of liberty, in watching their eyes light up when they realize that the chains that bound them can be broken, in celebrating with them as they take their first steps into freedom. But spiritual parenting also requires wisdom, patience, and discernment. New believers often want to immediately experience the level of freedom that has taken you years to develop. They may become discouraged when their freedom does not look exactly like yours, or when their growth seems slower than they expected. You must help them understand that freedom is a journey, not a destination, and that each person's path to liberty is unique. You will also need to help them recognize the difference between freedom and license. True freedom is not the ability to do whatever you want. It is the power to do what is right. Liberty is not the absence of all restraints. It is choosing the right restraints. Some new believers mistake freedom for permission to live without boundaries, discipline, or accountability. But this leads to a different kind of bondage rather than true liberation. As you mature in freedom, you will also begin to understand the corporate dimension of liberation. Individual freedom is wonderful, but there is an even greater power when believers come together in unity to break chains, not just in their own lives, but in their communities, their cities, and their nations. When free people unite in purpose, they become an unstoppable force for transformation in the world. You will find yourself drawn to other believers who are also walking in freedom. And together you will accomplish things that none of you could accomplish alone. Your combined testimonies will have greater impact than your individual stories. Your united prayers will have greater power than your separate intercessions. Your collective service will have greater reach than your individual efforts. This corporate dimension of freedom is part of my plan to transform not just individuals but entire societies. When enough people in a community experience true freedom, the culture of that community begins to change. When enough families break generational chains, the spiritual atmosphere over their region begins to shift. When enough believers walk in liberty, revival becomes inevitable. You are part of this larger movement of freedom that I am orchestrating around the world. Your personal liberation is important in itself, but it is also a piece of a much bigger puzzle that I am putting together to demonstrate my love and power to the nations. You may never see the full picture of how your freedom fits into my global purposes, but you can trust that it is significant and necessary. The enemy understands this corporate dimension of freedom, which is why he works so hard to keep believers isolated, divided, and competing with each other rather than united in purpose. He knows that individual Christians may be manageable, but Christians united in freedom are unstoppable. He fears the day when believers stop fighting each other and start fighting together against the real enemy. This is why it is so important for you to connect with other believers who are also walking in freedom. You need their encouragement, accountability, and partnership as you continue to grow in liberty. They need your unique perspective, gifting, and experience as they continue their own journey. Together, you are stronger, wiser, and more effective than any of you could be alone. But be careful not to let your freedom become a source of pride that separates you from other believers who may not yet be walking in the same level of liberty. Freedom is a gift, not an achievement. Liberation is grace, not accomplishment. You did not earn your freedom through superior spirituality or greater faith. You received it through my love and mercy. This means you must extend the same grace to others that I have extended to you. Some believers may be critical of your freedom because it challenges their own bondage. Others may be jealous of your liberty because they wish they had what you have, but do not know how to get it. Still others may try to put you back in bondage because your freedom makes them uncomfortable with their own chains. You must respond to all of these reactions with love, patience, and humility. remembering that you too were once bound and needed someone to demonstrate freedom for you. Your freedom is not just a personal blessing. It is a responsibility to help others find the same liberty you have found. This responsibility is not a burden, but a privilege, not a duty, but a delight. There is no greater joy than helping someone else break free from the chains that have bound them. There is no more satisfying work than being used by me to bring liberation to others. But this work of setting others free cannot be done in your own strength or through your own wisdom. It requires my power, my love, and my truth working through you. You cannot break chains in other people's lives any more than you could break the chains in your own life. Only I can do that. But I choose to work through people like you who have experienced freedom and are willing to be vessels of that freedom to others. This is why it is so important for you to stay connected to me, to continue growing in your own freedom, and to remain humble about your role in the process. You are not the source of freedom. You are simply a conduit. You are not the power that breaks chains. You are just the instrument that I use to demonstrate that power. You are not the answer to people's problems. You are simply a pointer toward the one who is the answer. As you continue to walk in freedom and help others find freedom, you will discover that this calling becomes one of the most fulfilling aspects of your life. It gives meaning to your own struggles because you understand that they prepared you to help others through similar difficulties. It brings purpose to your own healing because you realize that your wholeness enables you to help others become whole. It adds significance to your own freedom because you see how it can be used to liberate others. This is the multiplying effect of my chain-breaking love. The freedom I give to you does not end with you. It flows through you to reach others who desperately need to know that liberation is possible. Your chains become stepping stones for others to find their freedom. Your testimony becomes truth that destroys lies in other people's minds. Your liberty becomes an invitation for others to experience the same love that transformed your life. The ultimate purpose of your freedom is not just your personal happiness, though I do want you to be happy. The ultimate purpose is not just your individual success, though I do want you to succeed. The ultimate purpose is that my love would be demonstrated through your life in such a powerful way that others would be drawn to me and find the same freedom you have found. This is how my kingdom advances, not through programs or politics, but through people who have been set free, demonstrating that freedom to others who are still bound. This is how the gospel spreads, not through arguments or pressure, but through transformed lives that attract others to the transformation they see. This is how the world is changed, one liberated life at a time. One broken chain at a time, one freed person helping another person find freedom. If this word is stirring you right now, say out loud, I am free. Your life is a letter written by me to a world that needs to know that chains can be broken, that freedom is possible, and that love conquers all. People will read your life before they read my word. They will hear your testimony before they hear my truth. They will see your freedom before they seek their own liberation. This makes your life incredibly important and your freedom incredibly valuable, not just to you, but to everyone whose life you will touch. Walk in your freedom with the confidence that comes from knowing you are loved unconditionally, accepted completely, and valued infinitely. Live in your liberty with the joy that flows from understanding that you are no longer bound by the limitations that once defined you. Rest in your deliverance with the peace that comes from trusting that the one who set you free will keep you free. Take 30 seconds now, pause if you need to, and write down one way your life points to freedom. Then commit to share that one thing with someone this week. Use your freedom to set others free as well. My love for you is breaking every chain, has broken every chain, and will continue to break every chain that would dare to try to bind you again. You are free, completely free, permanently free, gloriously free. Nothing will ever change that truth. Nothing will ever diminish that reality. Nothing will ever be able to separate you from the love that liberated you. You are my beloved child, and you are free. Walk in that truth. Live in that reality. Operate in that power. Your freedom is secure. Your future is bright. Your purpose is clear. The love that broke your chains will use your freedom to break chains in the lives of countless others who need to know that liberation is not just possible, but a promise to all who believe. This is your calling. This is your destiny. This is your joy, to live free and help others find freedom, to walk in love and demonstrate love to others, to experience my power and become a conduit of that power to those who need it, to know my truth and share that truth with those who are still believing lies. The chains are broken. The strongholds are destroyed. The prison doors are open. You are walking in liberty that will never end, experiencing love that will never fail, and carrying power that will never diminish. Celebrate your freedom. Embrace your calling and let my love flow through you to reach every person who needs to know that no chain is too strong for my love to break. You are loved with an everlasting love, freed with an eternal freedom, empowered with unlimited power. Nothing will ever be able to separate you from this love. Nothing will ever be able to put you back in bondage. Nothing will ever be able to diminish the freedom you have received. You are mine, and you are free forever and always. Amen. Now, let me speak to you about the specific areas where my chain-breaking love will manifest most powerfully in your life. These are the zones of transformation where you will see the most dramatic evidence that your liberation is real, complete, and permanent. Understanding these areas will help you recognize and celebrate the freedom you are receiving, while also helping you maintain and protect that freedom as you move forward. In your relationships, my love is breaking the chain of emotional dependency that has made you desperate for approval, afraid of rejection, and willing to compromise your values to maintain connections with others. This chain has caused you to give away pieces of your soul to people who were never meant to have that level of access to your heart. It has made you accept treatment that dishonors your worth and participate in dynamics that diminish your dignity. But my love is teaching you to relate to others from wholeness rather than brokenness, from security rather than insecurity, from love rather than need. If you recognize this, decide one healthy boundary to put in place today. Write it down and tell one trusted person about it so they can support you. You will discover that the healthiest relationships are those where two complete people choose to share their lives rather than two incomplete people trying to find completion in each other. You will learn to love without losing yourself, to give without depleting yourself, and to serve without compromising yourself. The freedom you are gaining in relationships will transform every connection you have. Your marriage will become a partnership of equals rather than a codependent arrangement. Your friendships will be based on mutual respect and genuine affection, rather than what you can get from each other. Your family relationships will be characterized by healthy boundaries and authentic communication. You will find yourself naturally gravitating toward people who honor your freedom and naturally distancing yourself from those who try to put you back in chains. This is not being mean or unloving. It is being wise and protective of the liberty I have given you. In your career and professional life, my love is breaking the chain of performance anxiety that has made you work from fear rather than faith, competition rather than collaboration, and insecurity rather than confidence. This chain has convinced you that your worth is determined by your achievements, that your value depends on your productivity, and that your security requires you to outperform others rather than simply be your best self. If this hits home, text or message a friend or mentor right now and tell them, "I'm stepping out of performance-driven fear. Pray for me." Invite accountability. The freedom I am giving you will transform how you approach work. You will no longer be driven by the need to prove yourself, but by the desire to express the gifts and abilities I have placed within you. You will work with excellence, not because you have to, but because you want to. You will pursue opportunities not from desperation, but from vision. You will handle success and failure with equal grace, because your identity is not dependent on your performance. In your financial life, my love is breaking the chain of money anxiety that has made you live in constant worry about provision, making decisions based on scarcity rather than wisdom, and either hoarding resources out of fear or wasting them out of carelessness. This chain has distorted your relationship with money, making it either an idol to be worshipped or an enemy to be feared, rather than a tool to be stewarded. The financial freedom I am giving you is not necessarily about having unlimited wealth, though I may choose to bless you with abundance. It is about having the right perspective. Make a simple act of faith today. Choose one generous thing you will do this week. Give, serve, or share, and commit to it now. You will understand that I am your provider, that everything you have comes from me, and that you are a steward rather than an owner. This perspective will free you from both poverty and greed. You will be generous without being foolish, wise without being stingy, and content without being complacent. In your physical health, my love is breaking the chain of body shame that has made you either neglect your physical well-being or become obsessed with your appearance. This chain has caused you to see your body as an enemy to be punished, a burden to be endured, or an object to be perfected, rather than a temple to be honored. The freedom I am giving you will transform your relationship with your physical body. You will see it as the temple of my Holy Spirit, fearfully and wonderfully made. You will make choices about food, exercise, rest, and medical care from a place of love and stewardship rather than shame or vanity. You will eat to nourish rather than to numb. You will exercise to strengthen rather than to punish. You will rest to restore rather than to escape. In your mental and emotional health, my love is breaking the chain of psychological bondage that has created depression, anxiety, trauma responses, and other forms of mental distress. This chain has convinced you that these conditions are permanent parts of your identity rather than temporary afflictions that can be healed. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. It has made you believe that you are defined by your diagnosis rather than by my love for you. The freedom I am giving you includes healing for your mind and emotions. Repeat this prayer with me now. Lord, break every chain in my mind and heart. Heal me, steady me, and lead me into peace. The brain that has been affected by trauma, stress, or chemical imbalance will be restored to proper function. The emotions that have been suppressed or distorted will be regulated. The thought patterns that have been destructive will be replaced with healthy, life-giving ways of thinking. In your spiritual life, my love is breaking the chain of religious obligation that has made your relationship with me feel like work rather than rest, duty rather than delight, and performance rather than intimacy. This chain has robbed you of the joy of salvation and the peace of forgiveness. It has made you feel like you must earn my love rather than simply receive it. The spiritual freedom I am giving you will transform your relationship with me into what it was always meant to be. The love relationship between a father and his child, between a bridegroom and his bride. You will pray with confidence rather than fear, worship with joy rather than duty, and serve with love rather than obligation. Reading scripture will become a delight rather than a duty. Your faith will become simpler and stronger. In your calling and purpose, my love is breaking the chain of insignificance that has made you believe you have nothing important to contribute to the world. This chain has convinced you that your life does not matter, that your gifts are not valuable, and that your dreams are not worth pursuing. It has made you settle for mediocrity when I have called you to excellence, for comfort when I have called you to significance. The freedom I am giving you includes clarity about your calling and purpose. Before the day ends, record a 1 or 2 minute testimony of what God has done for you. Keep it, share it with a friend, or bring it to your small group. You will understand why you were born, what you are designed to accomplish, and how your life fits into my larger plan. This understanding will fill you with excitement about your future and motivation to pursue the dreams I have placed in your heart. My love is also breaking the chain of dysfunction that has plagued your family line for generations. Patterns of abuse, addiction, poverty, mental illness, and broken relationships are being replaced with patterns of wholeness, freedom, prosperity, and emotional health. The freedom you are experiencing will not only transform your own life, but will also impact your children and their children. The healing that is happening in you will prevent wounds from being passed down to future generations. Your liberated life will create a legacy of freedom for your descendants. If you have children, you will parent them from wholeness rather than brokenness. If you do not have children, your spiritual children, the people you influence and mentor, will benefit from your freedom. The enemy's plans for your family line are being completely overturned. Finally, my love is breaking the chain of isolation that has made you feel disconnected, unimportant, and invisible. This chain has convinced you that you have nothing to offer, that your voice does not matter, and that your presence makes no difference. It has caused you to withdraw when you should engage, hide when you should shine, and remain silent when you should speak. The freedom I am giving you will make you a light in your community, a source of hope for those who are discouraged, and a catalyst for positive change. If you're feeling the pull to connect, Take one step tonight. Call someone, send a message saying I'm here, or show up to a place where people gather and be present. Your transformed life will have a ripple effect that extends far beyond your immediate circle. You will become a bridger, a problem solver, and a peacemaker. You are part of a movement of freedom that I am orchestrating around the world, and your liberated life is contributing to a global awakening. The chains that are breaking in your life are connected to chains that are breaking in lives around the world. The freedom you are experiencing is part of a great liberation that I am bringing to all of humanity. Your personal breakthrough is significant not just for you and your family, but for the advancement of my kingdom on earth. Walk in this understanding, live with this awareness, operate with this confidence. You are not just the recipient of freedom, you are an agent of freedom. You are not just enjoying personal liberation, you are participating in global transformation. The work is complete, the victory is won, the celebration has begun, your chains are broken, your strongholds are destroyed, your prison doors are open, you are walking in liberty that will never end. Celebrate your freedom. Embrace your calling and let my love flow through you to reach every person who needs to know that no chain is too strong for my love to break. The best is yet to come. The greatest victories are still ahead. The most beautiful chapters of your story are yet to be written. Now, let me speak to you about the eternal dimensions of the freedom you are receiving. What is happening in your life right now is not just a temporary improvement or a momentary relief from struggle. This is an eternal transformation that has implications beyond your earthly existence. The chains that are breaking in your life are being destroyed, not just for time, but for eternity. The freedom you are experiencing will follow you into the next life and beyond. When you understand that your liberation has eternal significance, it changes how you view your current struggles and victories. You realize that the battles you are fighting are not just about your personal comfort or earthly success. They are about your eternal destiny and the destiny of everyone whose life you will touch. The freedom you gain becomes a weapon against the forces of darkness, a light in the spiritual realm, and a declaration of God's victory over the enemy. Your testimony of freedom will echo through eternity. The people you influence toward liberation will influence others, who will influence others, creating an endless chain reaction of freedom that extends far beyond your ability to see or comprehend. The chains you break today will prevent countless others from being bound in the future. The freedom you demonstrate will inspire generations of believers to walk in the liberty that Christ has provided. This eternal perspective should fill you with both humility and boldness. Humility, because you understand that you are part of something much bigger than yourself. Boldness, because you know that what you are doing has cosmic significance. The love that is breaking your chains is the same love that created the universe, holds all things together, and will endure when the heavens and earth pass away. This love is not diminished by time, weakened by circumstances, or defeated by opposition. It is the most powerful force in existence, and it is working on your behalf right now. When you grasp the magnitude of this love, it becomes impossible to doubt your freedom. When you understand the eternal nature of what is happening, it becomes impossible to fear that your liberation is temporary. When you realize the cosmic scope of your transformation, it becomes impossible to think small about your future. Your freedom is not just personal, It is prophetic. It is a demonstration of what God wants to do for all of humanity. When people see the chains broken in your life, they are seeing a preview of what is available to them. When they witness the transformation in your circumstances, they are witnessing what is possible for their own. When they observe the love that has set you free, they are seeing the love that wants to set them free as well. This prophetic dimension of your freedom means that you carry a message wherever you go, whether you speak it or not. Your very presence declares that change is possible, that healing is available, that freedom can be found. As you continue to grow in freedom, you will discover that your capacity to help others increases exponentially. Every level of liberation you experience prepares you to guide others to that same level. Every chain that breaks in your life gives you authority to speak to that chain in other people's lives. Every area of healing you receive equips you to minister healing to others in that same area. This is the multiplication principle of freedom. The more free you become, the more freedom you can impart to others. The more healed you become, the more healing you can facilitate in others. The more whole you become, the more wholeness you can help others achieve. But this multiplication requires that you continue to grow, to heal, and to be transformed. You cannot give what you do not have. You cannot impart what you have not received. You cannot lead others where you have not been willing to go yourself. This is why your ongoing freedom is so important, not just for you, but for everyone who will benefit from your ministry of liberation. The enemy understands this multiplication principle, which is why he fights so hard against your freedom. He knows that when one person is truly set free, it creates the potential for thousands of others to be liberated. He realizes that your breakthrough could become the catalyst for a movement of freedom. This is why you must guard your freedom carefully, protect your liberty zealously, and maintain your liberation consistently. The stakes are higher than just your personal happiness. The implications are broader than just your individual success. The consequences extend far beyond your own life and family. When you protect your freedom, you are protecting the freedom of everyone who will be touched by your life. When you maintain your liberation, you are maintaining hope for everyone who needs to see that change is possible. When you live consistently in the truth of who you are in Christ, you are demonstrating to a watching world that the promises of God are real and reliable. You are part of a generation that I am raising up to demonstrate my power and love to the world in unprecedented ways. Your freedom is not just a personal blessing. It is preparation for ministry that will impact nations. Your liberation is not just an individual victory. It is equipment for service that will influence every sphere of society. The training you are receiving through your process of liberation is preparing you for assignments you cannot yet imagine. The character that is being developed in you is qualifying you for responsibilities that will amaze you. The authority you are gaining through your breakthrough is positioning you for influence that will exceed your current capacity to comprehend. Do not despise the process you have been through or minimize the struggles you have overcome. Every difficulty has been a classroom. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Every challenge has been a training ground. Every obstacle has been preparation for your destiny. What seemed like setbacks were actually setups for comebacks that will demonstrate God's goodness to watching multitudes. Your story of freedom will become hope for the hopeless, strength for the weak, and courage for the afraid. Your testimony will destroy lies that have kept people in bondage for generations. Your example will inspire others to believe that they too can be free, that they too can be healed, that they too can be transformed. The ripple effects of your freedom will continue long after you are gone. The people you influence will influence others, who will influence still others, creating waves of liberation that will reach shores you will never see. The freedom you model will inspire movements you will never lead. The love you demonstrate will touch hearts you will never meet. This is the legacy you are creating through your choice to receive and walk in the freedom that God has provided. This is the inheritance you are leaving for future generations. This is the gift you are giving to the world through your willingness to be transformed by God's love. Walk in the awareness of this calling. Live with the consciousness of this responsibility. Operate with the understanding of this privilege. You are not just experiencing personal freedom, you are participating in the redemption of humanity. You are not just enjoying individual blessing. You are contributing to the restoration of all things. Your freedom matters more than you know. Your liberation has implications you cannot fully grasp. Your transformation carries significance that extends far beyond your current understanding. Trust the process. Embrace the calling. Live in the fullness of what God has provided for you. The chains are broken forever. The strongholds are destroyed completely. The prison doors are opened permanently. You are free, truly free, eternally free. Nothing will ever change that truth. Nothing will ever diminish that reality. Nothing will ever be able to separate you from the love that has liberated you. Walk in this freedom with confidence, knowing that you are backed by the unlimited power of Almighty God. Live in this liberty with joy, understanding that you have been chosen for such a time as this to demonstrate what authentic freedom looks like. Rest in this love with peace, trusting that the one who began this good work in you will continue it until the day of completion. The journey you have been on, from bondage to freedom, from brokenness to wholeness, from fear to faith, has prepared you for a future that exceeds your wildest imagination. Every chain that has been broken has removed a limitation that would have restricted your potential. Every stronghold that has been destroyed has eliminated a barrier that would have blocked your destiny. Every prison door that has been opened has revealed new territories of possibility that you are now free to explore. Your transformation is a masterpiece that I have been crafting with infinite care, unlimited patience, and perfect love. Like a sculptor who sees the finished product in a block of stone and carefully removes everything that does not belong, I have been removing from your life everything that contradicts your true identity and limits your divine potential. What remains is the real you, the person I created you to be, before the world wounded you, before circumstances shaped you, before fear limited you. This authentic self is now emerging, and with it comes abilities you never knew you had, dreams you never dared to dream, and possibilities you never imagined could be yours. The freedom you are experiencing is not just the absence of chains. It is the presence of divine purpose flowing through every aspect of your life. Your relationships will bear fruit that lasts. Your work will have eternal significance. Your influence will multiply exponentially because it is based on authentic transformation rather than artificial performance. People will be drawn to what they see in you, not because you are trying to impress them, but because the genuine freedom you carry is irresistible to those who are still bound. Your peace will calm their anxiety. Your joy will lift their depression. Your confidence will inspire their faith. Your love will heal their wounds. Your freedom will create hope for their own liberation. This is the multiplication effect of broken chains. Your freedom becomes the catalyst for other people's freedom, creating an ever-expanding circle of liberation that touches lives you will never meet in places you will never go. But remember that this calling to help others find freedom must flow from the overflow of your own liberation, rather than from duty or obligation. You cannot give what you do not possess. You cannot lead others where you have not been willing to go. You cannot minister freedom to others if you are still bound yourself. This is why maintaining your own freedom is not selfish, but essential. Guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it flow the issues of life. Protect your mind from thoughts that would reintroduce bondage. Fill your spirit with truth that reinforces your freedom. Surround yourself with people who celebrate your liberty, rather than those who would try to convince you to return to familiar chains. The enemy will continue to test your freedom, not because he has the power to take it away, but because he hopes you will give it away. He will present opportunities for you to choose fear over faith, doubt over confidence, and worry over peace. He will use circumstances to try to convince you that your freedom was temporary. In those moments of testing, remember that your freedom is not based on your feelings, but on God's faithfulness. Your liberation is not dependent on your circumstances, but on God's promises. Your security is not found in what you can see, but in what God has said. Stand firm in the freedom for which Christ has set you free, and do not be entangled again with a yoke of bondage. The best is yet to come because you are no longer limited by the chains that once held you back. The greatest victories are still ahead because you now have access to God's unlimited power. The most beautiful chapters of your story are yet to be written because you are now free to co-author your future with the one who holds eternity in his hands. Your freedom is just the beginning of what God wants to do through your life. It is the foundation upon which he will build a ministry that touches nations, a legacy that impacts generations, and a testimony that echoes through eternity. You've been set free not just to enjoy liberty, but to become an agent of liberation for others who desperately need to know that chains can be broken and freedom can be found. Rise up in the authority of your freedom. Walk boldly in the confidence of your calling. Live joyfully in the security of your salvation. Love freely from the abundance of grace you have received. Serve faithfully from the overflow of blessing you have experienced. Give generously from the provision that flows from your liberation. You are no longer a victim but a victor. You are no longer bound but free. You are no longer limited but empowered. You are no longer defeated but triumphant. You are no longer ordinary but extraordinary. You are no longer forgotten but chosen. You are no longer rejected but accepted. You are no longer abandoned but beloved. This is your new reality. This is your permanent identity. This is your eternal truth. Nothing can change what God has done. Nothing can diminish what God has given. Nothing can steal what God has secured. You are free, and you are free indeed. You shall remain forever. The love that broke your chains will never stop working in your life. The power that set you free will never stop flowing through your life. The truth that liberated you will never stop speaking through your life. You are a walking miracle, a living testimony a breathing demonstration of God's goodness and faithfulness. Let this truth fill you with confidence for today, hope for tomorrow, and peace for every season. Let this reality empower you to dream big, love boldly, and live freely. Let this knowledge inspire you to reach for heights you never thought possible and to impact lives in ways you never imagined you could. Your freedom is secure because it rests not on your strength but on my faithfulness. Your future is bright because I hold it in my hands. Your purpose is clear because I have revealed it to your heart. Your calling is confirmed because I have equipped you. Your destiny is guaranteed because I established it before the foundation of the world. Nothing will ever be the same because my love for you has broken every chain, destroyed every stronghold, and opened every door. The transformation is complete. The victory is won. The freedom is yours. From this moment forward, you will walk differently because you know who you are. You will talk differently because you understand your authority. You will think differently because your mind has been renewed. You will love differently because your heart has been healed. You will serve differently because your motives have been purified. You will give differently because you operate from abundance. Every morning will be a new opportunity to demonstrate your freedom. Every challenge will be a chance to show that chains no longer bind you. Every relationship will be an occasion to express the love that has transformed you. Every circumstance will be a platform to display the peace that surpasses understanding. You are not just free from something. You are free to something greater than you have ever imagined. You are free to love without reservation, to give without calculation, to serve without recognition, to trust without fear, to hope without disappointment, to dream without limitation. Walk in that truth with unwavering confidence. Live in that reality with unshakable faith. Operate in that power with unlimited expectation. You are mine, purchased by blood, sealed by spirit, secured by love, and you are free. Gloriously free, permanently free, eternally free, forever and always. The chains are broken beyond repair. The strongholds are destroyed beyond restoration. The victory is complete beyond question. Nothing can separate you from my love. Nothing can put you back in bondage. Nothing can steal your freedom. You are liberated from every limitation, empowered with every resource, and transformed into my image. This is your new identity that cannot be changed. This is your permanent reality that cannot be shaken. This is your eternal truth that cannot be denied. Step boldly into your freedom. Embrace fully your calling. Live completely in my love. Your chains are broken. Your future is bright. Your destiny is secure. Nothing will ever hold you back again because my love has set you free forever. You are mine and you are free. Walk in that truth, live in that power, rest in that love. You are liberated, you are loved, you are mine. If this message has spoken deeply to your heart, if you can feel the chains breaking even as you hear these words, if you sense the power of God's love working in your life right now, do one thing before you leave. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it. And tell them one thing God has done for you. Your testimony of freedom could be exactly what someone else needs to believe for their own liberation. Remember, when God breaks chains in your life, He is not just setting you free, He is preparing you to help set others free as well. Amen.